What's up? Okay. Why did I say what's up? Anyways, um, I'm not going to continue the social lessons for today. I want to talk about fucking porn again. I want to talk about that shit again. So, recently, no, not recently, yesterday, I ended my 51 days, 52 days long no fap streak. That was my goal anyways. I just gave myself a goal to reach 50 days, and after that, you know, I'm free to fap whenever I wanted to. So yesterday I fap, and I've gotten a lot of realization just from having that experience. So you might have seen the title of this video. You've already seen this title of the video, and it should say, if you have to do it, you must do it this way, something like that. And if you're going to have to jack off, which pretty much everybody has to, every boy has to at some point once you turn into a teenager, right? Maybe once you're like 20 years old, 21, 22, then if you can already get some bitches, why would you ever have to jack off, bro? If you could get plenty of bitches already, you don't have to jack off. But say you're already introduced to porn at age like 13 or something. So having sex is kind of like, what? You're 13 years old and you're already having sex, right? So you're gonna jack off eventually, right? And we all know that after we jack off, we get hit by this post nut clarity, post nut depression after the amygdala, I think, or the PFC. Like, I don't know which one of those two, but one of them just turns off. The part of the brain that says, yeah, jack off right now, right? That part of the brain turns off, and the only part that is still active from those two will be telling you, bro, what the fuck? You just jacked off into fucking pixels on the screen. You stupid ass. Why did you do that? Dumbass. You a failure. You're gonna start thinking so much negative shit, and it's going to fucking destroy your self-esteem. It's going to destroy your self-image. It's going to destroy your confidence, your ego, because shit, you just fucking jacked off into pixels on a screen. What the fuck? So if it's kind of like guaranteed for you to do that anyways, then how could you avoid getting post-nut clarity? And what I've realized is it's pretty simple. You have to make it like jacking off, releasing your seed. Make it a reward, an actual reward that you have to work towards. A reward that you have to work hard for. Because getting a female impregnate is the biological purpose of men. That's the purpose, bro. Every man that is born, that is their biological purpose. Biological means like it's inherent, it's in our DNA, it's in subconsciously inside of our minds, right? And if that's the end goal of life, then obviously we're gonna have to work hard for it, right? It's the fucking end goal. So by jacking off, we cut down the part where we have to work hard for it and instantly jump into the pleasure, into the reward. That's why we feel post-nut clarity. It's by removing this huge part of working hard for that goal. So, my suggestion, my kind of like, yeah, my suggestion, what I'm trying to say here is that make sure that you have to do something hard, something you know is pretty hard. It requires concentration and discipline in order to achieve, right? In order to be able to do that goal. After you reach that goal, that's when you jack off. The best, or I wouldn't say easy. For some people, it's going to be hard for some people to do this, right? But really, the best way to do this is to start like these small pockets of no fap streaks. Say you wouldn't jack off for 7 days, and after that, maybe you jack off instantly. Maybe you give yourself an extra challenge of going for 3 more days, 5 more days, right? If you give yourself a challenge, let's just say you really want to fucking jack off, right? Some hot girl just gets inside of your mind, right? Some fucking, I don't know, anime character, some shit just goes inside of your mind, right? That you really want to jack off into, right? If you really cannot like stop yourself, you can't discipline yourself anymore, you have to do it, right? Your fucking monkey brain wants to do it, right? It says your lizard brain knows that you could do it instantly, because all you have to do is search it into the fucking search engine. All you have to do is type letters on your keyboard, and then boom, you could see the pictures, you could see the fucking videos, you could jack off. Oh, fast, right? Your lizard brain tells you that. So what you're going to do, right? If you have that urge, set yourself a goal instantly. Set yourself 7 days, and then progressively overload it, right? 7 days into 8 days into 9 days into 10 days, right? 7 days. After 7 days, you jack off. You jack off to that fucking, you know, that woman, that fucking anime character, whatever, right? You jack off. After that, try to progressively overload it. Turn it into 8 days, jack off. 9 days, jack off. What essentially you're doing here is that you're working hard in order for you to experience that pleasure of jacking off. You have that, I guess you could say it's an excuse, right? That part of your brain that tells you you're a fucking failure because you've just jacked off, right? You could tell it, well, you know, I was able to accomplish my goal. Fuck off. So that part of your brain, that conscious part of your brain, the part of your brain that you could tell, or you could say, the you part of your brain, right? That part of your brain is gonna go like, oh yeah, you achieved that goal. I guess that's okay. I guess this is your reward for accomplishing that goal. Okay, fair enough. Shake hands. Don't do that again. Don't jack off again unless you complete another goal, I guess. Fair enough. That's what happened to me yesterday. Right? I jacked off. I didn't really feel like immense pleasure. I didn't feel it, bro. like I just felt like my nerves, you know, close to the rod, the meat rod, right? Close to the meat rod, my nerves were just kind of like electrocuted for what, 5 seconds. And then after that, it's gone. I didn't really feel immense pleasure. And then when I thought I was going to experience that depressive point, that kind of like clarity moment, that part of your brain that says, "Oh, bro, you're a fucking failure. What the fuck? You just jacked off." That part of my brain never talked. That part of my brain never said, "Bro, you're a failure." It just said, "Man, I guess that's it. Pretty good job. You lasted 50 days." That's exactly the same thing that I felt the last time I did a 50-day streak. So essentially I did two 50-day streak. And when I did that, the last time, the last time I jacked off, I just like, I did it, and then I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel down on myself. I didn't feel like my self-image, my self-esteem were broken. Because I know to myself that I worked hard for it, you know? I retained my seed for 50 days. And then when I finally released it, you know, yeah, I guess it's done now. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to another nofap streak. Hell yeah. The problem, I'm so sorry for telling this late in the video, but the big problem in nofap is that we go on into this nofap thing and say, yeah, I'm on nofap now. I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and see how long I'm gonna last in this nofap streak. That's not how it works. Okay, don't have this indefinite goal. You don't even have a goal. You just tell to yourself, oh yeah, I'm just not gonna jack off. Well, dumbass, you're gonna jack off if you can't get the bitches because you're either too young, or you're too ugly, or you're too smelly, or you're too fat. Then you're gonna jack off. You're gonna jack off, bro. Once you're able to get bitches, right? Then yeah, you should probably never jack off if you could pull some bitches. I'm just saying. But since you're too young, or you're too fat, too ugly, you're gonna have to jack off. You're going to jack off soon enough, right? And so having to set an indefinite goal, telling yourself, oh yeah, I'm not gonna jack off anymore. What? You're setting yourself up for failure. Once you jack off. The word jack off sounds off now. I've said it so many times. Once you jack off, eventually, you'll feel even worse. Your self-esteem is gonna fucking get wrecked. But if you set yourself up goals, 8 days, I'm not going to jack off. Set yourself that goal, right? And then you jack off. After you reach the 8-day goal, and then you actually went further with like 3 days, right? So now you haven't jacked off for 11 days. Once you jacked off, you're gonna kind of feel, yeah, oh yeah, I had that kind of accomplishment, that little goal. I actually did it. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's what you need to achieve. If you have to jack off, you should not feel bad about it. If you feel bad about jacking off, you're doing it wrong. Yes, there's a good way, there's a right way on jacking off, and there's a wrong way on jacking off. Well, it's still better to avoid it. It's still better to discipline yourself into, not jacking off. But eventually you have to. And then when you have to do it, you must be able to do it the right way. I hope this video helps. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it, and conquer your day if you haven't already. Also, read some books. Don't get too lazy, or else you're gonna get horny. Yeah, we watch my previous videos to listen more about that. Bye. Did I just made a whole ass end screen? Outro? Whatever. Bye.